Hey, thanks for clicking on the video. I'm just getting ready to go to dinner with some friends, so I thought I would film it. So I've already got some color corrector under my eyes. I'm using the one that's from Becca, or I guess Smashbox now. My brows are already done. Maybe we'll fix them later, maybe we won't. I'm also wearing the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm, and it smells delicious. Also, a side note, I'm filming with my new big ring light that my beautiful boyfriend got me for Christmas. So hopefully the lighting looks good. Hopefully I'm not washed out. I guess I'll see later how it looks. Yeah, we'll just get started. I've been wanting to reach for some of my older palettes, especially to feature on this channel. So I figured what better time to reach for the BH Garnet for January palette than in January. We'll see if this video actually makes it up online in January. So this is what the palette looks like for those of you who don't know. I'm thinking of doing something like maybe simple but still smoky for dinner tonight. I probably won't do any experimental Instagram looks. Maybe with the red and the darker shade. It would have been nice if the palette had a matte black, but I mean the brown will work. I want to stick to like just this palette instead of dipping into a bunch of other stuff. So I was thinking of winging out the shadow on the outer part of the eye. So I'm gonna go in with the secret ingredient for a crisp, smoky look, and it's tape. So whenever I'm doing this technique, I always stick it on my hand first, just to get rid of a little bit of the harshness. And then I will go ahead. I feel like it usually goes faster if I do my base first, but I didn't want to lift all of it with the tape. So we are doing eyes first today. Let's see if I can make them even. I think that's good enough. It looks good. I almost forgot to go in with eye primer. That would have been a disaster. So I'm gonna go in with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. Honestly, if you want to do something more like natural or minimal, but still like make a statement, you could just leave it here because the tape is really kind of editorial. That's not the vibe I'm going for today though. So I think I'm gonna start by going in with the dark brown shade over here, and I'm just gonna put that kind of along the tape on the edge and try not to bring it too much onto the lid. We'll see. I don't really have much of a plan for this look, except that I wanted it to be kind of dark and winged out and then maybe incorporate some of the red. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do in terms of the shape though, so I guess we'll just go for it. I mean, I guess that was a pretty specific plan actually, nonetheless. I might have put the tape a little too low here, but I'm too lazy to adjust it, so that's fine. I would love to know if any of my 15 subscribers or anyone else watching this video, did you try these palettes out from BH? Did you pick one up? Do you still have them if you did pick them up? I remember when BH was releasing this collection like one at a time, I was gonna skip over it originally because I hated that this was one big shade instead of just making it 8, so it was more symmetrical. But I'm glad I picked them up. I got them on sale and they were already cheap at full price because it was BH. But the quality is really good. Some of them I like more than others, but overall I feel like it was a good buy. I'm happy about it. Oh. Why does this eye look better than the other one? So I'm gonna take a fluffier brush and then go in with this slightly lighter brown shade and just kind of go over the top just to slightly blend it out a bit more. The shade is still pretty dark though, so I don't want to go in too heavy. And I might actually mix some of the cream shade with it a little bit. Excuse me while I just... So now I think I'm gonna go in with the red over here, and I'm gonna put it just in front of that brown. And I'm using a blending brush, but it has a bit of like a flattened shape. I really like this for doing stuff in the outer corner. I'm not wanting the red to take over the look. I kind of just want a bit of a hint, or like a little bit more of a hint of the red. Whatever the word is for a little bit more than a hint. That's how much red I want. I think it's such a shame too that BH kind of shit the bed and closed down. I would love to know if any of you tried the brand before it closed down. If so, did you have a favorite kind of range that they did? Like, they had a bunch of palettes. They had their ice cream palettes, they had their travel palettes, they had these. Love to know if you guys tried any of them. And if so, which ones were your favorite? I also enjoy talking shit, so if you hated some of them, let me know. So before this look gets away from me, I think I'm gonna go in with the creamy peachy shade here and then just kind of go over everything. And I think for the inner part, I might do this red shimmer just to blend in front of that red matte. And then I'll either do the light creamy shade or the white shade on like the inner third probably. Just because I want it to be kind of simple but bright. So yeah, I'll just blend everything out first. And I'm just gonna pack a little more red on this side because I feel like it doesn't show up on this side as well as it does on the other. Unless I made that up. And I'm just gonna go in one more time with no additional product and just try to blend with whatever's left on this brush. All right, I'm gonna go in with the red shimmer now. I'm hoping it doesn't turn it pink at all. Some reds tend to do that. This looks pretty good. And I'm just kind of keeping it to the outside, a little bit over and in front of where we put that matte red. So I picked up some of the creamy shadow here. I guess I can also use the shade names, which is why they're there probably. Sensitive, I'm going in with Sensitive. And I'm just kind of packing that on the lid at the front because I want it to be bright. I don't know if this is going to be bright enough for what I want. I kind of wanted this part to be matte though. So I don't really want to go in with the white shimmer shade unless I need to. And I'm just going to kind of blend it into that shimmer as well. I don't know if I'm loving just this though. So I don't love it. I think I'm just gonna go in with the brown and the cream mix. So Loyal and Sensitive. And I'm just gonna go over lightly in the crease just to make it look, I don't know, more complete, I guess. Whatever. Okay, so I feel like it looks really nice on this eye now, but I don't like the blend on this eye. I guess I'll just deal with it because I don't want to be late. So I'm just going to go back in with that first shade that we used, Works It. I'm just going to go back in with Works It. And then just deepen out the outer corner a little bit more. Works It? What? And then because I said I didn't want to be late, I'm just going to keep taking my time. And then I'm going to go back in once more with the matte red, just to put it between the dark brown and then the shimmer. Just because we lost it a little bit. Let's see how we did. Oh yeah. Oh, beautiful. So since I do have dinner plans, I don't want to be too long filming, so I'm going to do my base and face makeup off camera, and then I'll come back and we could do the lower lash line together. So I'll see you in a second. Okay, so I have my base on. I fixed my brows, but might have made them worse, to be honest. They look incredibly harsh. I also can't tell if this lighting is washing me out. I feel like I might also just be incredibly pale. Well, anyway, I'll leave the lighting there. I just went in with the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer. Really odd name for a primer. I'm using the NYX Born to Glow foundation. And then for a concealer, I'm using one of my faves, the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser, all the words, whatever. I'm telling you, no amount of concealer is gonna fix this for me today. We have company, you know? Hopefully it doesn't distract my friends when we go to dinner. For bronzer, I'm using the really old Marc Jacobs Tantastic Bronzer. And for blush, I went in with the Laura Geller Baked Blush and Brighten in Tropic Hues. I'm pretty sure I got this in a BoxyCharm like many years ago, but it's got like a reddish hue to it, sort of, and then like a goldy sheen. Anyway, it's really pretty, so I piled that on. Anyway, that's what I've got on my face. So we'll start the lower lash line. I'm going to go in with the Tarte, I think it's just called the Kitten Liner. It's just a black gel liner. Any of my Instagram looks that have like a black liner, like a really smoked out lower lash, I'm usually using this. I really like it. And I'm just going to put that in the waterline and kind of like between the lashes just to get it all smudged in there. And then before it sets down, I'm gonna go in with Works It, and then kind of smudge it on that black. And I'm gonna kind of try and go over this line. I feel like it looks too crisp, but that might also be a mistake. I feel like it's gonna be a mistake. I'll just leave it. And then I'm gonna go back in with Sensitive, that kind of creamy shade, and put it in the front part of the lower lash line. And I think kind of blend it underneath the dark shade, just at the front part. Just so it's smoky but kind of diffused. And I don't think that creamy shade is quite bright enough for an inner corner, so I think I'm gonna these names. I'm gonna go in with Productive AF in the inner corner. Maybe that's why this collection wasn't as popular. All right, I think that was the right choice. All right, so I think that is probably gonna be the look. I'm gonna go find some lashes to put on, and then I'll come back, show you the final look, and then we'll finish the video. So I just thought I'd actually show you the look with the mascara alone before lashes. I feel like it looks nice. You can leave it like this, but I already committed to the lashes. The glue's drying, so I'm gonna put them on anyway. But here's a little close-up for now. It's looking cute. But yeah, I'll be back when the lashes are on, and then we'll do a lip together. All right, hi. So I have my lashes on. It was a bit of a struggle. Poked myself in the eye. If it's red, it kind of goes with the eyeshadow anyway. But I used the Ardell Instalift lashes in Wishful. I always find Ardell ones really easy to apply, except for today apparently. And for lips, I grabbed a few options. So I think I'm going to use the Makeup Forever lip liner in Anywhere Caffeine. And then I'll pick in front of you another product. So I usually really like a matte lip, especially, well, I was gonna say in the winter, but I like a matte lip all the time. But I am going to eat at an Italian restaurant, so I'm gonna carb load today. So I'm thinking of doing like maybe a reddish gloss or lip balm. This one's from Hola Neon. They sent this to me in one of my first PR packages quite a while ago, but I can't remember how much pigment this has, and I don't want a lot of pigment. I want like a sheer red. Oh, that might be a nice option actually. I think I swatched it at the most awkward angle, but this is that one. It's in the shade Jolie. I also have this one from Clarins. It's their Comfort Lip Oil. It has a bit of a orange hue to it though, so I don't know if this is what I want. Yeah, it's a little bit more orangey, but it's very sheer, so like no one's really gonna notice that anyway. So that's, I'm a really good YouTuber. Look at the swatch. It's definitely more orange, but it's very sheer, so I feel like no one would really notice. But I also have this one from Kosas. It's their lip oil in the shade Jaws. That one's a bit more pigmented. That one I feel like is a little bit more of an actual red, but it's more pigmented. So I might actually go in with the Hola Neon, and before my phone dies, hopefully. I feel like this is a warmer red, so it's not really going with the lip liner, but that's fine. Everything's gonna come off when I start eating anyway. Wow, that looks a lot more orange than I expected. So we're gonna wipe that off. I think I'll do the Kosas one because it's a little bit more of like almost a berry or cooler tone. And I don't really like that either, to be honest, but I'm gonna be late, so we're just gonna call it a day, and this is the finished look. Give you a little bit of a close-up of the eye look. I'm actually really happy with it. I feel like it was relatively easy to do. Yeah. My cheeks are very glowy, but I feel like you can't really, I don't know if it's really picking it up. But anyway, I'm really happy with the look, probably minus the lips. It's not really what I envisioned, but it's fine. And I don't really know much about fragrance. I'm just trying to dip my toes in it. But I thought it'd be fun if I shared my fragrance of the night. So I'm using the Fleur Vanilla Skin. I like vanilla. I don't know much else. But yeah, so this is the finished look. I hope you liked the video. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any of these palettes or if you're using any of your super old stash either. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!